now under a wind chill advisory because of dangerously cold temperatures.
And here's a live look from Blue Ridge tonight. And as you can see, the area already receiving a little snow flurries out there. You're going to want to dress in layers and keep bundled up to keep warm.
So we want to get you to our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb. Chris, about how long can we expect this wind chill advisory to remain in place?
It's going to be in effect until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It is in effect right now, where we have temperatures that are really cold. We're at 26 right now in Atlanta, and most places are at or below freezing. Athens just below freezing. Thomaston, you're still holding on to freezing, but everybody else there in the 20s, even 17 degrees in Blairsville. That's not the wind chill, that's the actual temperature. Factor in the wind chill, and it feels like 5 in Blairsville, 7 in Dalton. Here in Atlanta, it feels like it is 12 degrees, and that wind chill is just going to go down even more overnight and into tomorrow morning. There's a wind chill advisory in effect for all of North Georgia, Metro Atlanta, and areas just down to the south of us, even into parts of central Georgia, where wind chills are going to be near zero. Even some spots in North Georgia will have wind chill readings that are going to be below zero. So limit your time outdoors tonight and early tomorrow morning. And if you do have to go outside, be sure to cover any exposed skin. So here's the timeline tonight. We're down to 10 for a wind chill in the Atlanta area by 10 o'clock tonight, but many places will be in the single digits. And then early tomorrow morning, this is at 4 o'clock in the morning, we're talking about temperatures or wind chills around 3 degrees, even below zero wind chills up in the Blairsville area. We have team coverage for you tonight. Bo Beth Yates is giving us some advice on what we can do to avoid frostbite. And Latasha Givens also keeping an eye on the roads. Let's get to Latasha first. You know, Latasha, we had some sun, we had some wind helping to dry out some of the roads. But if there are any wet spots out there tonight, they could freeze up.
Well, the good news right now, Chris, GDOT is telling us there aren't any wet spots and there's no moisture on most of the roads around Metro Atlanta. And they say they've been working around the clock since Sunday to make sure the roads are treated for today. If you take a look behind me, we're on the corner of Armour Drive, just underneath the 85 underpass. Now, officials tell us there haven't been very many icy patches, but drivers have had other issues on the road because of the cold. This Champ truck, the roadside assistance for GDOT, is loading up to take another trek around Georgia roads. Scott Theanese says while there haven't been many issues with the roadways, motorists have had their own challenges navigating through this cold snap.
Typically when it's this cold, most of the issues that we run into are dead batteries because the batteries just can't handle the cold. We also do come across a lot of flat tires.
Theanese says be sure to give all roadwork crews plenty of space for safety.
Anybody with either amber lights, red lights, or blue lights, please do everybody a favor and slow down and move over to give them the adequate space that they need.
The 11 Alive Thunder truck captured several vehicles traveling with snow on top of them, likely coming from the northern part of the state or Tennessee.
Far north counties, Dade and Walker, Catoosa, there is possibly some moisture out there, some slush on the roads.
While the roads around the metro have been mostly clear, Joe Schulman with GDOT says that can easily change with a very small amount of moisture.
With the temperatures being so low, any moisture on the roadway is going to freeze up.
In addition to making sure you give those work crews extra space, officials also say it's so important to make sure you check your tire pressure and fuel levels before you leave the house to make sure you don't end up on the side of the road because it is very cold out here. Bo Beth, Chris?
All right, Latasha, thanks so much for that advice on what we're watching for here on the roads. Let's continue our team coverage right now. Bo Beth Yates. You know, Bo Beth, we're talking about those wind chills getting down to near zero, and that could be to dangerous levels.
That's exactly right, Chris. I've been out here, and since we last spoke in the 5 o'clock hour, it's gotten colder. The temperatures here where I am is just about 24 degrees, and my wind monitor says the wind chill is about 12 degrees. I am freezing, but while many like me want to avoid the cold, there are some who are embracing it.
This is nothing. This is nothing. You saw the stuff on the storms in the Midwest and the Northeast.
Atlanta resident Matt Beal is enjoying the frigid air, and he's not alone.
It's very invigorating to be in this freezing weather. And anyway, I'm English, so it's normal for me.
But doctors warn it's dangerous to be outside when it's this cold and say you should limit how long you're out there.
The two biggest risks that people face with extreme cold temperatures are hypothermia. That's when your body gets cooler than normal temperature, something less than 95 degrees. And then frostbite. That's when typically our extremities, like our nose, our fingers, our toes, get so cold and temperature drops that they actually lose tissue viability.
If you must be outside, you need to dress for it. That includes wearing a base layer of tights or long johns, a mid layer of pants, sweaters, and socks, an outer layer of jackets and even snow pants, and lastly, accessories like hats and gloves, allowing you to enjoy it.
It's never too cold. It's always a question of whether you got the right clothes on.
Or not.
I'm not having a good time. It's really cold out here.
Now, I agree with that last guy. It's way too cold to be out here. In fact, the wind just blew my hat off, so I am about to get inside this car and warm up. Sending it back to you guys.
All right, Bo Beth, thank you for that advice. Hopefully people will take that advice to protect themselves because it is going to be very cold out there. We'll talk about yet another cold surge and when we're finally going to warm up in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, we'll see you again shortly.
By the way, tonight with that wind chill advisory and winter weather in other parts of the country, it's causing some interruptions at the airport here. Here's a live look at Hartsfield-Jackson International. According to FlightAware, there have been more than 600 delays today and 85 flight cancellations at that airport.
The weather also prompting some schools to delay the start of class tomorrow. We have a full list on our website, 11alive.com. We can also send you that list straight to your phone. Just text the word delays to the number you see there on your screen. It's 404-885-7600.